Bass in the house here early. How you guys doing this Thursday? Hey, my name is Jeremiah Craig. Welcome to the Quarantine Live Stream number 9. We're keeping this thing rolling because this whole quarantine thing is continuing to roll on, and each and every day it seems like it's just gonna keep on going. Jeez. How are you guys holding up out there? I hope you are holding up okay. I am doing very well. Patrick Izzo in the house as well. Good afternoon. How's it going? God bless everybody. Thank you so much for being here. So, I hope everybody's day is going okay. I am a little bit tired from all of the content and all the live streaming and stuff that I've been doing this week. But hey, I am not complaining because I have had a blast with you guys. But I am going to be taking tomorrow off from live streaming. So there's no live stream on Friday. But there is the enormous Big Boots and Ballads live stream where I will announce the winner of the Ranch Road Boots giveaway. And that's on Saturday. So nothing tomorrow, but huge live stream on Saturday. So you're going to want to be there for that. Wolf Fang, I said your name right this time. Wolf Fang in the house. Hey, how's it going? Leon, hey from Croatia. Dawson, what's up? Doing all right. Kid Bass, I'm glad to hear it. Wolf Fang in the house. James Dixon, hey, how's it going? Gunner, hope the quarantine has been giving you all enough free time to catch up on things you like doing. That is a great point. Hey, Raymond Valencia, how's it going, Neil? Can't go on. That's a good point, Gunner. There was actually a question that came through late on last night's stream that I wish I saw, but I saw it afterwards because I always go through your guys' comments when the stream is all over. So I took a screenshot of it because I want to talk about it real quick. It was from Archie Preston. He says, how do you keep busy during the quarantine? And Gunner hit the nail right on the head. This is a time for you to really focus on what you love doing. I love doing this. I love being here with you guys. I love talking boots. I love talking music. So that's how I keep busy, is staying here, trying to, make as much content as possible, engage with you all as much as possible, because it really helps me stay sane. It makes me happy to engage with you all and make as much content as possible. So I would say that if you're looking for something to do to stay busy, focus on something that you have been thinking about exploring. This time, right now, never happens. The world just doesn't shut down for months. And that's what it's looking like is going to happen. I mean, this thing is kind of sounding like it's going to go well into May. So we're still early into it. Like, this is the second, maybe third week for some of us. So this could go into May. So you have pretty much all of April to think about what you want to do, what you want to focus on. Is that music? Is that making videos? Is that, maybe focusing on some sort of arts and craft, focusing on a hobby more? It was really up to you. But you can do something constructive with this time, and it could mean the world for the rest of your life. To take an entire month and focus on something that makes you happy, like Gunnar said, that's huge. That's huge. So this is actually, you can consider it a blessing in disguise. Yes, it is a dangerous time. We got to make sure that we all stay safe. But once you are safe, you can spend this time on something that is constructive, because we will come back. And when we come back, the ones who have focused on themselves are going to have an edge. You're going to have an edge if you focus on your hobbies or your passions right now. Gunnar says, lean learn a new hobby that you weren't able to put time towards before? Yes, totally. Leon wants to hear one for my Romeo y Julietas. I can totally do that. I had no plans for the first song, so I was actually going to ask for recommendations or suggestions about what I should play first. So, thank you, Leon, because that's definitely what I can do. You got it. You got it. All right, so let's do the first giveaway. Blueface Kato back in the house. Nice. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to have you back. It's great to have you back, Blueface Kato. So, first giveaway is, again, we got another limited edition Boots and Ballads bottle opener here. This was made by Twisted Willow Fabrication, who is my dad's business. This is stainless steel. It will never rust. This will you could hand that down to your grandchildren, and they can hand it down to their grandchildren. It will last forever. Also, a Wallaroo phone wallet, which works just as well inside of a boot, and one of my CDs. So, you guys know how this works. We've been doing this. This is the second week. This is quarantine number 9 live stream. But if anybody in here is new, how it works is I put in a comment now, and then everybody comments. And then at the end of the song, I say stop, and then I choose a random number from the random number generator on Google. I count from either the bottom or the top, and then that number wins the prize. So don't comment too much, or I might skip over you. So it's like you got to make sure that you got to make sure you get your comments in, but not too much. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Where's my covers? Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to put in comment now. You could really use a wallet. That's what I'm talking, Blueface Kato. All right, here we go. I'm going to play one for my Romeo y Julietas now for Leon. This is a song about a loan shark who is also a cigar aficionado. But when he loans gambler money and they don't pay him back, well, he's got to take something. So he's known for this little thing. He's known for his enthusiasm for cigars. So he has 2 cigar cutters. One for his Romeo y Julietas, and the other, I'm familiar with your kind, my friend. It's unlikely you'll have a respectable end but me. I'm a businessman, and I know life like this cigar in my hand. Too many people don't know if you cut it too high, it will unravel and leave you dry. I keep a one for my Romeo y Julietas, the other for your fingers. You say you want more money for a trip to Vegas. I have no confidence that you'll come back to see us. Yeah. Man, I thought you were smarter than this. My only interests are cigars and interests. You're good for it is all you say, but you ain't won nothing since that horse lucky day. And so you see my dilemma now, and the need for collateral before you leave town. I keep a one for my Romeo y Julietas, the other for your fingers. You say you want more money for a trip to Vegas. I have no confidence that you'll come back to see us. Yeah. I'm beginning to get impatient here as you compromise my wealth, yeah. Since you don't use those fingers for counting cash, I guess I will just help myself. Hey, yes. Oh. Do you get it? Do you get it yet? Oh man. You see, part of my living come from gambling on the gamblers, and I like to keep those who keep a good hand. But you come a bad hand, so give you a bad hand instead of folding you and making you a dead man. If you're still looking to leave here with green, you better be willing to part with your pinkies. Yeah, while I wait for you to make some digits, you have to leave some digits here with me. I keep one for my Romeo and Julietas, the other for your fingers. You say you want more money for a trip to Vegas. I will make sure that you come back to see us. Yes, alright. Ra-da-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da, yeah. Oh. Ha. One for my Romeo and Julietas. Yo, that's it. Stop. Have I ever thought about going on American Idol? Yes, and I don't think I would be able to hold up against those folks. I like my voice, but it's not the best voice ever. I like it a lot, but I just can't compete on the pop level. I can't. All right, so we're going to random number generator, and we have, how many folks do we have in here? 16 folks. Thank you so much, all of you guys, for hanging out with me right now in the middle of a day. I know it's an awkward time, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, so it's right in between. We're working up from the bottom on this one, and it is, let's see, where's my, oh, here it is. It's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. John Woodrow. You get it. Haha. So here it is. Where's my button? There it is. Haha. Congratulations, John. The Boots and Ballads bottle opener, stainless steel, a CD, and a boot wallet. Coming at you, John. Coming at you. He won with the comment, no. He won with the comment, is your family all musical? Yes, for the most part. My mom isn't very musical. Where's that button? There it is. My mom isn't very musical. She likes to sing with all of us, but my dad plays the guitar, and my brother plays the mandolin and the guitar, and he sings and writes songs too. My brother's name is Levi James, and you can hear his stuff at Levi James Musician, I believe, on Facebook. So, yeah, we all play. In fact, I started playing on the banjo, and my brother started playing on the mandolin, so all three of us, my dad on guitar, me on banjo, and my brother on mandolin, we had a little family band. And these were some of the first shows that I'd ever played out. We played at little nursing homes and stuff. And nursing homes are probably the worst and best places to play because it's such a weird audience. Half of the audience can't hear you, and then a third of the audience thinks you're too loud, and then there's another third of the audience that actually enjoys it. So it's like, what do you play to? So I learned a lot about audience engagement in that, and ever since then, it's like, okay, audience, the crowd, how can I work off of that? Because playing in nursing homes is such a weird crowd. It is so weird. I love them. I want to play music for anybody and everybody, but that audience and performer, engagement, the communication between them, that is the hardest. At a nursing home, it is the hardest. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked that song, Raymond. Kid Bass, no spam. Neil's keeping everybody in line. Don't mess with Neil. He'll put you in line. He's Scottish. You better watch around him. Oh, you guys are the best. Kid Bass says, I wish I had your voice. Dude, you have your own voice. Like you I wish I had other people's voices too when I started out. And then as I started to grow into my voice and sort of learn how to control it in my own way, I grew to enjoy my own take on how I sing songs, cuz I try to like do it a little bit differently from some other folks, maybe add a little bit of character personality since a lot of my songs have that main character in it. Like in that song, the main character was a crazy loan shark who cuts people's fingers off. So you have your own voice. You just got to find it, you know? And I used to sing a lot like Bob Dylan when I first started. And I slowly started to, go in my own direction. Just like Bob Dylan sang a lot like Woody Guthrie when he first started. And then he slowly went in his own direction. So it takes time, but I'm sure when you find your voice and you develop it, you'll learn to love it just like everybody else. I'm sure you will. Just stay with it. Just stay with it. Rick Bryant says, if it's too loud, I guess you're too old. The old folks, you're too old in an old folks home. Damn, that's old. James Dixon asks, what is the favorite song that I wrote? It always changes. It always changes. I'd have to say right now it's Voices in the Overtones, just because it's so true to who I am, and it's like my core belief in life. You just keep going. You just stay true to yourself, and you will be able to relax and sneak past in the morning. I mean, that's the rephrase. We relax and sneak past in the morning. Basically, that means you relax, you're happy with who you are, and you are able to sneak past everybody who's fronting, everybody who is being a fraud, everybody who is trying to, take advantage of other people. Just stay true to yourself and go around them, stay patient, and you'll be out on the other side while they are trying to figure their own shit out way back behind you. So relax and sneak past in the morning. That song is called Voices in the Overtones. I have to say that that's my favorite one right now. Gunnar says he's always wanted to sing better. Yes, the quarantine. Use the quarantine. My favorite scallop depth style. Well, I like a deeper scallop. I think the one on the Boulé here is really nice. I don't like it too deep because then it kind of flops around a little bit and shows through the jeans. But yeah, I like about this style. I don't know how much that is. It looks like maybe 6 inches. But I do like this, and I also like the Hondo as well. It might be a little deeper. I'm not sure. Or the same, because this is a 14-inch and this is a 12-inch tall boot. But yeah, I like them. I like a scallop. I'm not a stovepipe kind of guy, just because, like I was talking about yesterday about with cowboy boots staying warm, I like that airflow. So when you have no scallop at all, which is this, so for those folks who aren't familiar, the scallop is the V, right? Is the V in the boots, and you can go from none to like really deep scallop. The thing that I like about it is that for me it feels like the airflow is a lot better. The scallop provides like a little vent into the boot, which makes it cooler, and I like that. Who doesn't know Luke Combs? That's what I want to know. The Ranch are stovetop. Stovetop is okay. Like I have the stovetop boots, but they're warm. They're warm, so that's the only thing I have against them. Wide calves, it definitely takes into consideration the wide calves too, for sure, without a doubt. All right, let's get into today's segment since I had these Hondos out. There is a myth out there, and there are several things that I want to set straight today, at least from my experience. People are probably gonna this might get a little controversial for all you folks out there, okay? When somebody says my boots are too big, what do I do? That's what we're talking about today. What do you do if you have a pair of boots that's just a little bit too big? So let's get into it. So, I get a lot of comments about people who say, all right, so my boots are too big. You know what I did? I just soaked them in water and the leather shrunk. Now, I'm here to tell everybody that this is one of the biggest myths in cowboy boots. Water, 100% water, does not shrink cowboy boots. Where this myth originates from, in my opinion, is the fact that water does help leather form to whatever shape that it's around. So if you get a pair of boots wet and you wear them all day long and they're a good fitting boot or maybe just a little too tight, the leather will stretch and the leather will form to your foot. Even a hard leather insole will begin to form to your foot when it's completely saturated, and then you allow it to dry on your foot. But it doesn't work the other way. Water doesn't shrink leather, not in my experience. So this is something that I want to set straight. So if you have a pair of boots that is too big and you're like, well, I'll just soak them in water and maybe it'll shrink up, I don't think that's going to work for you. It will make the leather form to your foot as you're walking around, and it might actually make it a little bit sloppier of a break-in, because you're not completely allowing the leather to form, because it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. So the leather is just going to sort of shape in ways that your foot bends, and then it's not going to bend right, so it's going to look sloppy. So what can you do then? Like, I went out there and I was actually talking to a professional custom boot maker by the name of Dustin Lau. Dustin Lau. I pronounced his name wrong and I asked him how to pronounce his name. His name is Dustin Lau. He has a custom boot company called Ducks Heritage Leather, and it is possible to shrink leather. And he put up a video on his Instagram that showed him shrinking leather, and I'm going to play that for you now. If you haven't followed Ducks Heritage Leather on Instagram, you totally should, because he makes some great boots. So here is the post on Instagram. As you can see, he's got like a little bit of alcohol water mixture, and then he is lighting it on fire for just a quick instant. Now, he told me that this is because he says this is an old trick used by boot makers. It absolutely works. The high, fast heat causes the grains in the leather to shrink. A heat gun might also work. But the only other way that he's heard of to shrink a boot is to have it relasted. But that's rarely cost effective, he says. So this is something that you are not going to want to do at home, because if you set that boot on fire, which is extremely possible, in fact, he did right there and had to put it out, like, he knows what he's doing. Dustin knows what he's doing. He's a professional. He's been doing it for years. Do not try that at home, because you will start your boot on fire and then it will just be ruined. So that is one way that you can shrink a boot. That's the only way, other than actually taking the boot apart and having somebody use a last, which is, that shape, that the thing that they actually pull the leather around that's shaped like a foot, and they size it down. So instead of, this being an 11.5, they make it an 11. They take this entire sole off. they take apart the entire boot, and then they just make it a smaller size, and then they put the boot back together. And that's why it's so expensive. It's because they have to take the whole thing apart. They have to rebuild it. So, to make boots smaller, what do you do if the boots are too big? You either you don't try to set your boot on fire at home. You don't do that. So you either take it to a professional to shrink the leather with heat, with high bursts of heat like Dustin Lau does. You get them relasted. Both are probably pretty expensive options. The least expensive option is a leather insert. Guys, this is the best option for most of us out there, okay? And it's a great option because it's a thin leather insert. These are really cheap. You can get them for like, I don't know, $10 to $20 on Amazon, depending on who you go to. I used, I don't know, Shoes Lulu or something like that. The link is in the description if you want. It's an affiliate link. So if you do buy this, I get like, I don't know, two cents. Like, big deal. But this is the best way to do it, is to use a thin leather insert and just fill it out a little bit, because you really don't need that much. And if you do need that much space, then you could go with a, like, more of a foam insole, like from Ariat. I would say Ariat's probably the cheapest and the best that you could find. And just put that in the boot to help fill it out a little bit more. But if it's like a half size or maybe just a smidgen too big, this is the way to go. I have to use these in the Hondos because I really like the 11.5D length here, but it's just a smidgen too wide as it broke in for me. Which you might find too. Like, you might say, wow, this fits nice, but then the leather stretches a little bit extra than you were expecting it to as you were wearing it around. And then you got to put, a little leather insert in there, and that's fine. Like, that's cool. So I would say that is probably the cheapest way to fit into a boot that is just a little bit too big. You can what Dustin was doing is he was shrinking the instep to make it a little bit tighter down here, so that it fits tighter on the hinge point of your foot where the boot basically stays on. How the boot stays on your foot, because there's no laces. So that is the point where you're not going to really do much lengthwise. If a boot is too long, you can't shrink it. The only way that you can fit into it is if you get it relasted. Or if you sell it, it's probably cheaper just to sell the pair of boots and then buy a new pair, because relasting does get expensive. Although I did hear that Lil Len got quite a good deal on his. Wear thick socks is also a good option too. Some people wear 2 pairs of socks when wearing big boots. That's a good point, John Woodrow. The only problem with that is it can get warm. I've had to do that a couple of times, and it does get hot. It does get hot. Just throw the boot outside and burn it, Dawson says. You've used a clothes steamer before, and that's worked. Wow, okay, interesting. He did say that anything that was like short bursts of heat, that might work. So don't try it at home, though. You could start your boots on fire. Never good. So that's what I would like everybody to get out of this. I know a lot of you guys out there on the stream right now, you guys might know that the water trick just doesn't work. It's the biggest myth going. Just water does not shrink cowboy boots. Just water will help the boots form to your foot, but it's not going to shrink the leather. John Woodrow, I don't know if you dry the wet boots over heat, if they will shrink. It sounded like it was the quick bursts of heat from Dustin. So it's not like a prolonged exposure to heat. It's like high temperature, really quick, like really high temperature. That really makes the leather grains contract and get smaller. So that's what I got. That's what I got. I know it might seem a little controversial. Some people might say, well, I did it with my boots. Maybe. I don't know. It's never worked for me. It's never worked. I got these boots wet. These are just a little bit too big for me, so I had to do the same trick. In fact, I got these leather inserts specifically for these Dan Post Thin Red Line boots, okay? And I got them wet, and I would wear them around, and it just ended up getting sloppy. Like, it just ended up stretching more. So the water trick doesn't work. Not from my experience. Wet them and go to West Texas or AZ. Insta-heat them naturally. Jeff Scott loves this t-shirt. Guess what? This t-shirt is up for grabs today. This is a giveaway, not this one. I'm not going to take this stinky t-shirt off and send it to you. This is from Al's Bootery and Repair Shop, and they agreed to donate one for the live stream today. So if you like this shirt, you might have a chance to win one. Raymond, my Dan Posts are smashed. They couldn't handle it. There's a reason why this boot is on clearance on the Dan Post website right now. There's a reason. It's not very good. It's not very good. And it's a reason why it was not my favorite. It was actually my least favorite boot that I tried in 2019. The bottom of the list right here. I wasn't impressed with this boot at all. But luckily, it's a hit and miss. Hit and miss, Sometimes Dan Post hits it for me. Sometimes they don't. This was a huge they didn't. Still, I'm looking forward to trying more Dan Posts in the future, especially their new line that's coming out, the Hurricane line. They made a bunch of improvements, and I can't wait to see what it's like. Yeah, I can mention the leather inserts again. So they are called Shoes Lulu or something like that. Some weird, freaky name. The link is in the description. So when the stream is done, you can just check it out right down there. I already linked it up. So you can get them right on Amazon. Pretty thin piece of leather with some sort of foam or rubber on the bottom here. So it's super thin. Super thin. This is all I need to fill out the Hondo boot. Like, this is it. This thin little thing makes a huge difference. I believe this is lambskin up here, and you can see like part of the benefits of leather. It forms to your foot. Like, look at that. You can see my gross foot imprint in the leather. It's pretty lit. All right. I'm going to play a song about shrinking boots. Water won't shrink 'em. We gotta stop that thinking. Put an insert in 'em or take 'em to a pro for tinkering. It's that water myth. I'm busting it out. I'm calling it out. Yeah, buddies. So try the Duluth Trading Co. socks. Super comfortable, and they don't fall down at all. I love Duluth. Some of my favorite pants that I've ever had were Duluth, and they were those fleece lined. What are the fire hose pant? they were made out of that canvas, the same stuff that fire hoses are made out of, and then they had the fleece line on the inside. Ooh, so tough, so comfy, so warm. I should do more with Duluth. In fact, I'll email them next week and see if they're down for a sponsor. Put your boots in the oven to make them bigger. That sounds like a great way to start a fire in your house. Don't do that. Don't mess around with fire in your boots. Just don't. Take it to a professional. So dangerous. Thomas says, why do I use headsets? And why is my guitar plugged in? I use this headphone setup and everything. It might look weird, but it's a monitor. So I hear everything that you're hearing for the most part. I don't hear the cheers and stuff when people win. I don't hear the things that go through my program. I hear it from my audio interface. So I want to make sure that I have good mic control, because if I'm talking like way back here and you are like, I can't hear you, what are you doing? I can notice that because I'm monitoring the sound. So it's just a good way for me to know what you guys are hearing from me. What was the other part of that question? My guitar is plugged in so that you hear it. So I got two things. This comes from like years of just sort of tinkering around and stuff. I don't like the sound of a guitar just plugged in. I also like the sound of it mic'd as well. So I have the conditions here where I can mic my guitar with this mic right here and also run a direct into my audio interface where all of the sound goes and then it comes into my program and out to you. So it's just like a jank setup, but I've found that I like the sound of a room mic on my guitar as well as the clean direct sound. It's just a little bit more natural sounding than what it would be if it was just from direct from the guitar. Professional audio. I'm going for the professional sound, but it's definitely not a professional setup. You should see the wires. Maybe someday I'll do a video of like just showing you guys how jank this setup is. There's wires all over the place. It's crazy. My guitar is a DCX 1E. If you want to hear about my guitar, I'm putting up a video tomorrow. Last week I actually told the whole story of my guitar to Drifter, who said the stream lagged a little bit when I was telling it, but I actually cut out the whole portion because I recorded it on my side, and then tomorrow it will go live on YouTube, so you can see it all tomorrow. But it is a DCX 1E. Yes, Drifter. The whole guitar story is up there tomorrow, and I even put in like pictures and stuff from the Seagull guitar that I was talking about last week. You like that hat? You like that hat? JeremiahCraig.com/store, $19. Support the channel. All right, so let's go and do the next giveaway, because what's up for grabs is a Al's Bootery and Repair Shop t-shirt. Aren't these so cool? I love this shirt. The state of Montana with their logo right over Billings, Montana. Now, you guys might remember that I did a little interview there. And I'm just going to bring up the video that I did while I was there. If I remember where I put it. There it is. So I did a video at Al's Bootery and Repair Shop about this time last year, actually. And I talked with owner Jill Jessela about her business. You guys might have seen a couple of boot reviews that I did there too. So that was early on in the Quick Impressions videos. But talking with Jill Jessela was really fun. And if you haven't seen that video yet, I already linked it up at the link in the description, so you can watch that after this. So this is the video that I actually wrote Old Boots Got Soul for. So I scheduled this, and I have this series called Break Room Balladeer, where I visit different businesses and I write songs that were inspired by the industry or the business. So I was inspired to write Old Boots Got Soul because this is a repair shop, and it has been a repair shop for decades, if not like almost a century now. So I thought it was a really cool idea. So I stopped through when I was driving through Montana, and I got to talk to Jill, and I got to, see the store, and I got to play this song for her in the store. So at this time, stores like Al's Bootery and Repair Shop, other small independent boot stores, are gonna be facing a really difficult time. So it's important for us to support whatever they're trying to do. It's up to them to actually put stuff out and encourage us to share the stuff that they put out. But if they do put out good stuff that you actually like, then give it a share, right? Share it with your friends. Support them in some way that you can. So that's why I wanted to do a segment with Al's Bootery and Repair Shop today, and why I asked them if they wanted to donate a t-shirt, because it's businesses like theirs that need our support right now. So if you see anything around your area of an independent boot store doing a little sale online, or selling gift certificates, or selling hats or shirts just to make it through this next month, see what you can do. If you can't afford it, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, whatever you can do, because our support right now is going to mean a lot to those small mom and pop businesses that carry the boots that get us so excited about this whole thing. It's companies like theirs that carry specific lines that Boot Barn and Country Outfitter, Shepler, these large places don't carry. Like Hondo is a perfect example. Hondo is carried by Al's Bootery and Repair Shop. You won't find a Hondo in a Boot Barn. They're too small. So these are sort of the things that we got to think about in a time like this. So we got an Al's Bootery and Repair Shop shirt, and Jill Jessela is going to send you one of those. And I also have another Boots and Ballads bottle opener here, made by Twisted Willow Fabrication. Like them on Facebook. A Wallaroo phone wallet, this time a teal one, and another CD. So the CD, the boot wallet, the bottle opener, and a shirt is what's coming down right now. So I'm going to put in comment now. You know how it goes. And I'm going to put up the little thing there. And I'm going to play Old Boots Got Soul. I know I played it last night on request, but I had planned it for this because it's where I performed Old Boots Got Soul for the first time, and it was written basically for that collaboration that I did with Al's Bootery and Repair Shop. So here goes, Old Boots Got Soul. I step out in the morning on an uneasy day. The world is split and unsure, so I'm sure to step in the strongest way. With every footfall, I remember who I am. Each and every memory helps strengthen how I stand. We are cracked, but we shine. There ain't a dead end or belief that can keep us confined. No. Old boots got soul, so I patch them when they need it, and this life has a toll, so I bandage when I'm bleeding. Old boots got soul, and I carry on this way, and we get better every day. I come home in the evening after a hard working day. I'm proud of what I've done, even if it's just for a little pay. I kick off my boots before we do it all again, always remembering where I'm going and never forgetting where I've been. We are cracked, but we shine. Every step for decades will be mine. Yeah. Old boots got soul, so I patch them when they need it, and this life has a toll, so I bandage when I'm bleeding. Old boots got soul, and I carry on this way, and we get better every day. I said old boots got soul, so I patch them when they need it, and this life has a toll, so I bandage when I'm bleeding. Old boots got soul, and I carry on this way, and we get better every day. Bam. Jeff is the only member of the United States national team who wears boots. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Neil gets in the last comment here. Okay. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. I'm glad you like my stuff. I appreciate that. All right. How many folks do we have in here right now? We got 26 folks. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Good to see you here. I'm glad that you are spending this time with me. Thank you. So, 26. Random number generator. 26. Generate. We're going to work up from the top. Got some low numbers today. Gunner, you got it. Gunner with the comment. Always love hearing that song. I'm so happy. Gunner, you got the t-shirt, buddy. You got the t-shirt. Okay, so I got to catch up on everybody who won. What am I doing? I am moving on without doing the cheers. Gosh. Hey, Gunner with the t-shirt. Al's Brewery and Repair Shop. Oh, man, I love the confetti. It's so corny. It's so good. Congratulations, Gunner. All right. So what I was going to say that I'm catching up with all the winners later this afternoon, and I'm going to get the stuff out in the mail tomorrow. So I will be emailing everybody. If I have your email, I'm going to go through some of the older giveaways where you guys have mentioned your YouTube usernames, and I think I'll probably ask for that on a regular basis, just so I don't run into these weird situations where I have to wait for somebody to email me, and then they feel like they are left out, or they feel disappointed that I didn't contact them. If I haven't contacted you by the end of today, it's probably because I don't have your email. So you should contact me, jeremiah.craig@jeremiahcraig.com, or go to my website, jeremiahcraig.com, and hit that contact icon, and then there's a box in there that you can contact me on. Also, you can hit me up in Instagram DMs, Facebook Messenger. I try to stay relatively respondent to your guys' messages. So thank you so much. What's that bird thing? What bird thing? Is there a bird in here and I didn't even notice? The bird thing. The bird thing. I don't know what the bird thing is. I got you, Wolfang. I got you. We talked already. I got your stuff coming tomorrow. How is the Cowboy Boot Profiles thing going? Jeff asks. Jeff is actually the first person who got me into wanting to do Cowboy Boot Profiles. Man, we got to still set that up. I got one out with the artist Raul de Lara, but now I'm pretty much like kind of reining it in on that idea, because that means I have to go out in the world and actually talk with people, and that's kind of frowned upon right now. So after everything gets going again, I will be doing more quick impressions out and about at the boot stores. I will be pursuing more Cowboy Boot Profile videos. If you want to see the one, it's Raul de Lara, Cowboy Boot Profile. And then I'll also be doing more like other random stuff, more music and shows and everything. Jeff Scott, Middle Earth, is in the house. I would love to do a quick impression of Dan Post Exotic, especially one of their Python boots. No stream tomorrow, John. There's no stream tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm taking off. I have to get ready for the Boots and Ballads live stream on Saturday, which is the next live stream that I'm going to do. It's going to be much longer than this, probably like a half an hour longer, maybe 2, depending on how I'm feeling and how you guys are feeling. So I will announce the Ranch Road Boots winner at the end of that live stream, but I'm also going to be giving away more of the stuff that you guys have seen. So I'm pumped. There's plenty of opportunities to win more stuff, to hear more music, and to talk more boots. There's plenty of opportunity. Where do I keep all my boot boxes? I have some up here in the closet, and I have some down here on the shelf that I have next to my desk, and then up there too. There's boot boxes all over the place. It's crazy. It's crazy. I gotta get some stuff on eBay to sell. So, oh, you guys, Leon is so sad that there's no stream tomorrow. I'm sort of sad too, but if I did it, then there would be, I really plan out those Boots and Ballads episodes. So I got to outline it. I got to think, how I want it to roll and things. Sometimes I come into these like quick ones and I have some things that are just like sketched out on like little notepads and things, but I really outline those, or at least I have done in the past. So I just want to make sure that it's a good one, because the Ranch Road Walker boot is a huge giveaway. Like, that retails at $458, made in Spain. It's such a great leather. The Spanish leather is incredible. So soft on the inside, and it looks so good. It has such a good story and design to it too. If you haven't seen that video or haven't entered, what are you doing? Link is in the description. It's the first link down there. Whew. Thank you, John. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Again, my next live stream is going to be the big Boots and Ballads live stream for Ranch Road Boots. It's going to be huge. It's going to be fun. I hope to see you there. If you have any requests of things that you would like me to cover in the segment for that one, let me know ahead of time. You can message me. If you have any requests for songs, you can message me. I want to make sure that you guys enjoy it. I was kind of thinking of doing like the best and most requested videos of the past 2 weeks. Like maybe some Ghost That Ghosts Fear the Most. That was a pretty popular one. Maybe some Voices in the Overtones. So we'll see how it goes. But if you want to have a say in what I do, please message me. I would love to make sure that I put together a stream that you guys enjoy. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you on Saturday live again right here on YouTube. at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, and that again is on Saturday, March 28th. I will be announcing the Ranch Road Boots winner. So you guys are the best. For real. For real. The highlight of your day, Thomas. Thank you. That means so much. It's the highlight of mine, too, because I get to hang out with all you great folks. For real. Rick, thank you. It is crazy, and, it makes me feel good to, engage and talk with you guys because it makes me feel a little bit more down to earth. It makes me feel good that we can all stay sane together. So have a great rest of your Thursday and have a great Friday as well. I'll see you guys around. Peace. Stay safe, happy, healthy, and smart. You know how it goes. Peace, everybody. Have a good one.